Welcome back to Hold the Phone YouTube. Here is our NFC East divisional preview. We appreciate each and every single one of you for tuning back here to this best sports betting show on YouTube. Like the video. Subscribe to the page as we have one hell of a show, one hell of a breakdown, week by week. Team by team, schedule by game, schedule by schedule, touchdown over 10.5, under 7.5, touchdowns, rookies of the year, fucking everything in between. Go fuck yourself.
Dak
if you're
Prescott.
not here, I don't know where you are. We're talking Mekhi Lemon, rookies of the year. We're talking about the Dallas Cowboys. Will they ever win? Or when Dan Quinn, when he gets fired this year? We're going to talk about what week does Jackson Dart go into concussion protocol? When does Scadaboo's leg fall off again? We're not really sure. We're not sure. But we're going to predict everything here today.
New coach in New York. This is a hot division.
New coach in New York.
Hot division. I think it happened.
Yep.
A lot of low totals, sketchy win totals.
Yeah. Couple of things moving around in Philadelphia.
Yeah.
And I'm not just talking LeBron.
No.
All right. So this is why we gather here today, because we are going to talk about everything that is going to take place in the NFC East this year.
Yeah.
And this is very exciting.
This one hits close to home for you.
So close to home. And
right at home.
And we're going to go through all the schedules. Loops thinks all four of these teams go 0-17.
All four of these teams might not win a game this year.
Loops does not believe any of these teams will win games this year.
They all stink.
And maybe that means they'll be the best division in football.
It's going to go one way or the other. Let's get into it.
Well, let's get into it.
Let's take a look at the standings. Last year, Eagles win the division 11-6, but kind of left something on the table, right, at the end of the year? Yeah, and it had gone, I believe, 17 straight years, 18 straight years, 19 straight years without a back-to-back winner of this division. I think it was since like 2004. Correct me if I'm wrong. All I know is it was a pretty long time. And last year was the first time that the Philadelphia Eagles win in 2024 the NFC East and win the NFC East in 2025. Now, I'm telling you that there hasn't been a back-to-back winner in light fucking years, ages, 3 in a row, tough.
Now we're talking about having the conversation of 3 in a row. Which is very, very scary in this division where one year it's the Cowboys, the next year it's the Giants, the next year it's the Eagles, the next year it's the Commanders. And that's just the DNA of this division. It is never lopsided, sided one way or the other.
Then you get the Cowboys who finished 7-9-1. They lose 4 of their last 5 games. Could not stop anybody the whole year.
And that team, just like every time you believed in them, they fucked you. Every time you didn't, they fucked you. The team was just, they didn't love to win games. They didn't love to treat the public right. That's for sure.
They give up, end of the year, they gave up 44 to Detroit, 34 to Minnesota. Chargers put 34 on them. They beat the Commanders. Then they let up 34 to the Giants, lose 4 of their last 5.
It's not good.
And then Commanders 5-12, Giants 4-13. Giants did show a little bit of life.
Dart, Scadaboo.
Dart and Scat.
Yep.
Some injuries. They get a new coach.
Now Harbaugh in town. Commanders, I don't necessarily see where the light could be at the end of this tunnel. I understand Jaden Daniels is a phenomenal, unbelievable talent. But I truly don't think this organization or team is doing what they need to do and able to put pieces around him. It's not about Jaden Daniels.
What a fall from grace after making the NFC Championship, beating the Lions, who look like they were locked to go to the Super Bowl. And now all of a sudden, you're staring at the eyes of misery like the Commanders have been for years.
I mean, like, how can you be a hopeless romantic about the Commanders? At some point, you got to look in the mirror. This team is just flat out not fucking good.
No.
Like, as much as I want to believe that Jaden Daniels and Washington can win a couple games and get back on track to where they once were, you look at the team, you look at the coaching, you look at the style, it's just like, it's not fucking there. Terry McLaurin was begging to get the fuck out of there and begging for more money, whatever it took, and somehow they land him back. You got Luke McCaffrey out of fucking Rice, now probably at the wide receiver too. He gets injured at the end of last year on a kickoff. That fucked me somehow. Probably the only guy in America it fucked. And you got
that was awesome.
You got Bill Krosky Merritt now, just like who's fun. You got Rashad White there now, which is fun, but the defense, it's like, what in the flying fuck is going on? I know they draft Sonny Styles out of Ohio State, but how much of a difference can that be? I don't know. I've spent already way too much time talking about the Washington Commanders. I'm getting sick to my stomach.
It's just tough. Like, I mean, you literally, imagine being a Commander fan. 2 years ago, you have Jaden Daniels, this rookie who just lit the world on fire. And now he only plays 7 games.
But they didn't do anything to adjust from that.
No, I know. But I'm just saying as a fan.
No, I know.
Fuck.
I know. They felt that they could just stay complacent and unable to succeed. You must continue pivoting and adjusting and making more moves for success. Sitting back on the couch, you're never going to get fucking anywhere.
And it just never looked like he was healthy last year. Maybe a full healthy Jaden Daniels, maybe they could put some people back.
That was the next thing I was going to say and worry about. What if this could be a story of what ifs with Jaden Daniels? Because sometimes we go down that road.
It's early.
I understand that.
It's early. He's only 25.
Of course. But we've seen so many athletes, so many different sports that, once this trend starts, God forbid, it doesn't stop. So the Commanders just full out pathetic from the stadium and the bullshit and the ownership and the fucking...
I got the Wiz in D.C. though.
Yeah. It's always fucking something.
All right, let's look at the win totals coming into this season. Eagles, 10.5.
Yep.
Cowboys, 9.5.
Yep.
Commanders, 7.5. Giants, 7.5. This division they think is going to be tight.
Yeah.
We did the AFCs. We saw 10.5, 4.5, 5.5, 10.5. Yeah.
Top heavy.
Yeah.
Because it's true. And I know we talked a lot about the season of splits.
Yep.
And this division, you won't find a division where it is almost nearly impossible to go 2-0 against anyone, no matter how bad.
Everyone's going to be 6-6.
Like you always split.
Yep.
And that's going on the road to MetLife, at home in Lincoln Financial Field, down in Jerry's World, over there in Washington, D.C. Look, these are some pretty high win totals in an NFC that is pretty difficult.
Yeah.
The NFC West is a good division. The NFC East is a good division. The NFC North is a good division. Hell, even the NFC South is sketchy, sleazy.
Stinks.
Both Souths suck.
Eagles plus 125 to win the division. Cowboys plus 210. Commanders 525. Giants 550. All right, let's go schedule by schedule. We're going to break down every single game.
Let's do it. I'm so excited. I'm so happy that we're here.
But hey, we'll see if we can come together to find some winners.
Please, if I say anything that you disagree with, just comment. I don't care if it's week 7 in Detroit, week 14 in Lambeau. Like, just tell me where we go wrong.
Yep.
Team by team, week by week. What am I saying that is a lie?
A lot of shit.
Nothing I'm saying is true. It's all true. There's nothing I am sitting here with my 2 ass cheeks on this chair that I don't fully believe, and that's going to happen. So,
if you want to see the team here, with the MVP, the Super Bowl champ, Rookie of the Year on offense and defense, we have your Philadelphia Eagles.
We've gone into the seasons before saying that, and that's actually come true. So I'm very happy with that in the past. And now,
how do you feel generally, quickly, about the Eagles going into this season?
Not getting my expectations too high. However, I always trust the success based off of the defensive side of the football.
Okay.
And that's just being honest.
I
am a psycho fucking diehard, delusional, pathetic Philadelphia Eagles fan, but that's just the truth. Have I gone in the years past? Last year, definitely more confidence than this year. The year before that, when we won the Super Bowl, even more confidence then. I always, just with this market and this team, and you want to talk about guys like Howie Roseman and Jeffrey Lurie, the ownership, the GM, this is a fucking well-oiled machine. And highs are high, lows are low, but in recent years, there's been a lot of highs and a lot of success. And I don't see that much changing going into this year. You're going to see consistency. And if there isn't, there's change. However, there's a new offensive coordinator. There's new pieces. Vic Fangio still is the defensive coordinator, which is the most important part. Let's get to week number 1 where we play the dog shit, no good, at home Washington Commanders.
Week 1, home against the Commanders.
That's a win.
It's got to be a win. And if it's not, Lord help them. I think they're only 4.5-point favorites. Could be...
Correct. It's in division.
Yeah. Sketchy little game to start, but I think they get the win. All right, at Tennessee.
At Tennessee, that's a win.
I think so too.
I don't think the Philadelphia Eagles with this core, it's been a few years since we've played Tennessee, and not this Tennessee team.
Yeah.
This is a new, young, innocent, amateur, newborn baby deer going up against a very veteranized championship DNA ball club. They go to Tennessee. They stick it to them where it hurts.
Yeah, okay. Week 3 at Bears. I don't know if I love this as a loss for the Eagles, but I do feel like 2-1 is right.
2-1 probably makes sense. Could you make the counter argument that 3-0 could feel better?
Yeah, so could 1-2 though.
1-2, no.
1-2. 2-1.
1-2 is a stretch. You have way better of a chance.
They're only 4-point favorites in each of those first 2 games.
I understand that, Luke.
Okay.
But 1-2 is way farther of a stretch than 3-0. You're telling me
I think the odds are probably equal.
I understand, but you're telling me a game versus the Commanders,
No, I'm
Titans,
just saying
and
they lose
Bears?
one of those first 2, then all of a sudden,
like if they're going 1-2 against them, I don't know if they're going to win 5 games.
But they're 4-point favorites in each of the first 2 weeks.
I understand.
So if they lose one of those games, then the odds of them being one,
But 4.5, they win by 3. You win in Vegas. I'm just saying.
Money line.
Correct.
Less money.
Again, there's nothing. You're not speaking Latin. I understand.
I know.
But I'm saying if they can't go at least 2-1 to 3-0, and it's 1-2 after 3 weeks, LeBron's not going to have a stadium to play in.
2-1.
2-1.
Loss to the Bears.
Loss to the Bears, and that is us just being modest.
Mm-hmm.
Like, not coming on here saying, the Eagles are going to go 17-0, but like, this is just for the sake of the team total.
Yeah.
We are going to be modest. Nowhere else you'll find modesty and honesty just like here.
I'm going to give you one of these next 2 wins, but I feel like 3-2 through 5 weeks. What do you think about these next 2 games?
They definitely split.
All right, you want to go loss, win?
I'd rather go win loss.
They lose to the Jags in London. Jags home away from home.
Actually, dude, if I'm being if you put a fucking gun to my head, I would say win-win.
Okay.
But that was only based off of the recent history against the Rams.
I just feel like a split in those 2 games
makes the most sense. All right, fine. Then I would rather, if you're putting another gun to my head and said,
now there's 2 guns.
Now there's 2.
Is the same guy holding both?
Yeah.
That seems a little counterintuitive.
I know. Then I would say loss win.
Okay. Loss win, and we're 3-2.
Right?
It could be 0-5.
Because I think the entire city of Philadelphia is going to get in a fucking plane to go to London. And just like when the Phillies went to London, that place was literally upside down with Philadelphia fans. I think for an Eagles game, that place is going to be
They love the Jags in London, though, because they play there every year.
Yeah, but I mean,
they like it more in London than they do in Jacksonville.
I know, but those are just people who don't know left from right. Like, Philadelphia fans are going to take over that place.
It's a pick 'em in London.
That's fine.
I know, just letting the people know. All right.
3-2.
3-2, could be 1-4. All right, Panthers at home.
That is a win.
It's a win. So we're 4-2.
Yep.
Cowboys at home.
That's a win.
We're going to go all splits in the division, do you think?
Yep.
All right, so then we lose to the Commanders.
Yep, just for the sake of doing this schedule.
And then we beat the Giants. We have three in-division games in a row.
Love it.
All right, so sorry, we had a loss, win. Going into the bye, we are 4, 5, 6-3. 6-3. And we're happy in Philadelphia.
Yeah.
See, you jumped down my throat early, but we steadied the ship.
No, 100%. 6-3. This makes sense. I mean, when you're coming, yeah, that's fantastic. I love 6-3 going into the bye.
Take that.
6-3 Philadelphia Eagles going into the bye. 6-3 Philadelphia Eagles going into the bye. Their 3 losses: Bears, Rams, in Washington.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Week 11, Raj comes into Philadelphia, and the Steelers win easier.
I feel like the Steelers don't.
No, I'll give them a win.
I feel like the Steelers never win on the road. It's like pulling teeth.
Yeah, but Raj and Big Mike, it could be 17-0 last dance.
Give the Eagles out of the
win against the Steelers.
Out of the bye, Eagles win against the fucking Steelers.
Okay, week 12 at Cowboys.
Loss.
So now we're 5, 6, 7, and 4 which feels good. At Arizona, have to win.
The
schedule's not that bad.
Very, very, very gut-wrenching. Michael Wilson touchdown. When James Conner, when the Cardinals came into Philadelphia and somehow won a football game. That was very, very, very bad. So that is a revenge spot. Don't take it lightly. Also lost Super Bowl 57 in that stadium. Wake the fuck up. Get that job done in Week 13.
All right, I'm staring at Week 14, 15, 16, home against the Colts, home against the Seahawks, home against the Texans.
Wow.
I feel like you're going to want all wins. And I'm
No.
2-1 at you.
2-1, yeah.
All right, so who's the loss?
Loss is I guess the Seahawks.
Yeah.
I think that's going to be an unbelievable game up until this point.
All right, so win Colts, loss Seahawks, win Texans.
And I could even see an emotional win against the Seahawks and a loss to the Texans just because the defense.
That's a tough back-to-back against those two teams.
A tough back-to-back. Yeah. So they'll definitely split. It's a win against the Colts. I don't necessarily believe in the Colts this year.
Yeah, I think.
But right?
Yeah.
Colts had their song. Colts had their dance.
Yep.
I truly think that two of the worst teams in the NFL this year are going to be the Vikings and the Colts. And it's sad because I like both head coaches.
So our win total's at 10.5 here. And you're not going to like what's about to happen. Because we're sitting at 10 wins. And now we have to, win against the Niners on the road or win against the Giants on the road.
It's...
I tricked you. You fell for my trap.
But even if I believe the Commanders are not good this year, right?
Yeah.
And they win Week 8, I still don't necessarily love either of these games to end the year.
No, I know. This is loss to end the year. Remember, 10-7. Yeah, 10-7 is good enough to win the division, by the way.
Yeah, I don't think the Eagles are going to get to 11 wins.
All right, loss. Eagles 10-7.
I think 10-7 is the correct record for the Philadelphia Eagles. This is not an easy schedule.
No, but it's not terrible. You play dude. A lot of the hard games are at home.
Yeah,
the Rams are at home. The Seahawks are at home. The Texans are at home.
I just can't do that, dude. I do like 10-7, but you could easily get to 11 if they win in Washington and win in New York Week 18.
Yeah.
If Dart by then is sitting on the bench and the Eagles need to win that game.
Yeah.
But that's not to say that they can go 1-1 against the Seahawks and Texans. That's a brutal back-to-back.
Yeah. All right, I like it. I feel like you did good work here.
Yeah.
Maybe the Eagles you stay away from, but maybe you take them to win the division instead of taking their over win total. Plus money.
That's sickening that we can't.
It's okay. Breathe. We're going to get to a new schedule, and you're going to feel better. You're going to forget about it.
10-7?
You take that. It's okay. It's all right. Should we go to the next game?
I just feel like they are an 11-win team, though. But
there you go. Thank you.
Okay.
All right, let's go to the Cowboys. Over-under is 9.5. What did we say they went last year? Last year they went 7-9-1, tied the Packers.
Yeah.
Crazy game.
Yeah.
Ties are not helpful if you have team total win over.
Mm-hmm.
All right, week 1 at Giants.
Look, thinking at week 1, right? Putting myself in that position because we can. That's the only week we can feel most confident about because that's the only week we actually know what is actually happening and what is true. Looking at week 10, I don't know what the fuck's going to be going on with these teams. Looking at week 8, same shit, week 14, week 15. But for week 1, I feel like everyone is going to be in bed with the New York Giants.
Yeah, getting 2.5 at home, Giants home.
You're telling me who the fuck is not going to click primetime at home, MetLife, plus money, Jackson Dart, Cam Scatterbo, Malik Neighbors, everyone jerking their cocks off to not take the New York Giants. And with that being said, I don't want to. I have to take the Cowboys to win in that game.
All right, win to start the year at Giants. Week 2.
Home versus Commanders. That's a win.
It's a win.
Yep.
Week 3 home against the Ravens.
What do you think, Luce?
It's a tricky one.
2-1 makes sense.
Yeah, 2-1 makes sense.
Loss.
Good call.
Yep.
Think strong.
Yep.
Also, like, the defense, that could be a team that just runs it down their throat for fucking 60 minutes.
Yep.
All right. At Texans, loss. 2-2 makes sense. It's tough 4 games to start.
Yep.
2 division games and then Ravens and Texans. That's brutal.
Yeah.
Home against the Bucs, that feels like a win.
It does, but anything with the Cowboys, like every time it feels like it should be a win, it's always a loss. But maybe this year is different. Maybe this is a Cowboys team who could show up.
Yeah, but then they go to Green Bay, like that feels like win-loss.
Let's go win-loss.
All right, so now we're 3-2 through 5 games.
And by the way, those are back-to-back primetime games. They actually go 3 primetime games in a row. They go Tampa Bay Thursday Night Football after being in Houston. So that's a home short week at home versus Tampa. So I do like that, but fucking Amazon Prime fluke shit on a Thursday. Baker could go in there, primetime Bake, swing his Johnson around.
That's also a tough game to come off the Texans on a short week.
Yeah, correct.
But they also could go to Lambeau and win.
Lambeau prime time on a mini bye could also possibly, you got Micah Parsons going against his own team. However, holy cinema.
Jim,
let's go split. Let's go win versus Tampa, loss versus Green Bay, and then the following week, you then have Monday Night Football. You go Thursday Night Football, Sunday Night Football, Monday Night Football. Now you're in Philadelphia.
Dude, how are those 5 games in a row? Ravens, Texans, Bucks, Packers, Eagles.
Like, they would be happy to have
that's a loss.
One win.
3-4, and they're thrilled.
Like, if you tell me that the Eagles could be 0-3 versus the Commanders, Titans, and Bears, what the fuck are the Cowboys going to be versus the Ravens, Texans, Bucks, Packers, and fucking Philly, and all of which 3 of the 5 of them are on the road.
Yeah, no, this is what I said about
all these. Fucked.
I had a lot of unders in the NFC East, and there was a reason.
Yeah, I don't know who was out to get the fucking NFC East, but my goodness.
Also, a week 14 bye is pretty brutal too, with 13 weeks before the bye.
Oof.
All right, home against the Cardinals, win.
Even though our fellow Who's Next, Danny.
Danny told me that the Cardinals always beat the Cowboys. I looked it up. The Cardinals won 8 of 9 against the Cowboys.
He promised me that the Arizona Cardinals will beat the Dallas Cowboys.
He's made you a lot of promises.
Yeah. Week 8, he promised me Cardinals beat Cowboys. And today's July fucking 30th. So when that happens, or when it doesn't.
I feel like week 9 is a win and then a loss against the Niners. What do you think? I feel like that's a split.
Again, like, holy fucking schedule.
Yeah.
Like, God forbid.
They play all the best teams.
God forbid they don't win in Indianapolis. And I hate thinking of that stadium.
God forbid they start 0-2 against the Giants and Commanders, which is possible. That's not crazy that they lose to the Giants and the Commanders. Then they're going to be fucking 1-8.
Yeah, this is insane.
Yeah.
And this is why we talk over this, because this is insane.
I know, everyone likes the Cowboys, bright, shiny object with the 2 hot receivers and Dak.
And let's not forget, this defense was allowing 50 per game. Then they get rid of Micah Parsons. Yeah, let's go split.
Win, Colts, loss, Niners. I mean, the Niners are another terrible matchup for them. It's just a team that just is probably going to punish them physically.
Thank goodness that game's at home.
Yeah.
And even if they go win there, hypothetically, you're still at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 wins.
The schedule does not get easier.
Like,
all right, let's go win against the Titans at home.
Win against the Titans at home.
And then
Thursday Night Football, which is Thanksgiving versus the Eagles. Like, though I said Eagles lose that game in a primetime spot, like.
Yeah, but the Cowboys could win in Philly. It's a fair split.
Yeah, it's a fair split.
All right, win. And now they might not win another game. At Seattle, loss. Out of the bye. So wait, they're going into the bye. They have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 wins. So they're 7-5, and their total's 8.5. At Rams, loss.
So they need 2 wins.
Yeah.
They're 7-5 heading into the bye.
Yeah.
Cowboys 7-5 heading into the bye. They need 2 more wins over 8.5 team win total.
Their total's
it's 9.5.
Yeah, you can get 8.5.
So they need 3 wins, Loops.
Yeah.
They need 3 wins.
6, 7. Yeah, they need to go 3-1 the rest of the way.
All right, so out of the bye, lost to the Rams in LA.
The under is minus 135, but still, that's the total.
Yeah, Jags.
I love the Jags. That's an offense who might score 60 points against them.
This is a nice ending, however. Home.
Well, those two, yeah, I guess. And we're giving them a split with the Giants. We have to.
Yeah, well, what do you think about the Jags, Loops? Prime time, Sunday Night Football, 2 days after Christmas.
34-31.
Jags. Like, yes, on paper, it's a game that you want to give the Cowboys a win just based off the fact it's
all right. Well, hey, we are giving them a loss, right, in 17 and 18 because we're splitting both of those. They start with them two, we give them both wins, and we're finishing with loss.
So let's give the Jags a win.
Yeah, and even if we do that, they don't get to 10.
Let's go, or we'll give the Jags a lose.
It doesn't matter. 16. All right, say they beat the Jags. Sorry, Hurls. And then they lose their last 2 games, 17 and 18. It's still not enough. 3.
Yeah, let's go win versus the Jags.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's 8. We're too short.
Though they could win those last 2 weeks, but
Yeah, but they could lose in the first 2 weeks to the Giants and Commanders.
Correct. So it's a split. So go loss, week 17, week 18. So they're at 8 wins.
Yeah, under 9.5.
Where else could they possibly win?
I mean, we have them losing to the Ravens, Texans, Packers, Eagles, Seahawks, Rams, Niners, and then division games. It's a tough schedule.
And like, even if they get an additional win anywhere, they could have an additional loss.
We haven't beaten the Jags. At the Titans, they could lose to. Like, they could lose any of these games.
I feel confident in taking a team under for the Cowboys.
Me too.
Which really, so
this is why we come together.
We went to the Eagles where I had to take it in the ass.
Yeah.
And
we gave them 10 wins.
10-7, but their team win total is 10.5. You go to the Cowboys, it's 9.5. We have them at 8 wins. Mm-hmm. You can give them an additional one, you still go under. Now it's time for the great big bad Giants, which I am now being told are going to be this year's New England Patriots.
In which we said that one happened last year and we were dead wrong.
Yep.
We want to take a quick second to tell you about our sponsors over there at SeatGeek. I mean, it's the best part of the year. We got football season coming up, tickets galore. SeatGeek is the best app out there.
I mean, they have tickets, and they have a lot of them.
35 million downloads. SeatGeek,
35.
the #1 rated ticketing app.
They're everywhere.
Buy somebody some tickets. I might buy my friend Danny some football tickets.
College football, NFL Week 1.
You got Vegas has the national championship. The Super Bowl's in LA. There's going to be tickets everywhere. And of course, I have a code for you guys. Use code LOCKS10 for 10% off your tickets for your first order. That's 10% off any tickets with code LOCKS10. Click on the link in the description and buy some tickets today.
Buy them.
All right, so we have the Cowboys under, which we like. The Eagles is 10, so it's a little tricky when you land on the number. You know, that's not a sure play, but I feel like the Cowboys, we can say confidently that we like the under.
Yes, Cowboys, we can say confidently we like the under. That schedule is not a good schedule.
The Giants here don't have that tricky of a start. We did give them a loss week 1 to the Cowboys.
Loss week 1 Cowboys.
Right?
Yeah.
Loss week 2.
Loss week 2 at Giants. Or at Rams.
Win-win.
Win-win.
Right?
Yeah.
2-2 feels fair here.
I mean, dude, do you imagine if they start 4-0 somehow?
At Rams, if they're 2-0 and they beat the Rams in LA, people are going to build a statue of this man next to Brunson in Manhattan.
But I feel like that is possible.
Yeah. It's a beautiful thing, this league. There's a chance that, wait, do they still have Jameis?
Yeah.
See their backup?
Yeah.
Depth chart. Yeah, Jameis, Brandon Allen, 1, 2, 3. Jameis will be taking snaps by week 3.
It's really tough because last year we went into the summer and there was in summer going into the season, there was no team that was being talked up more than the New England Patriots. Mm-hmm. And they were coming off a dog shit year. They were coming off fucking 4 wins and then they get a new coach in second year, Drake May. Now here we are, new coach, Harbaugh. Second year dart. And I just feel like, look, there is a world where we're staring down the barrel of the Giants being 4-0. But the problem is the way I am wired and the way that I think, that everything I see in this league is a lie, and that when everyone is going left, I have to go right. That is my problem. And that works. And when it works, it's so great and it's so fantastic, and you're on the top of the world. But now I think Vegas has found out about that. And when everyone goes right, sometimes it is correct to go right. I feel like for a very long time, going left when everyone's going right is fantastic. And now, subconsciously, I don't think I am able to break that habit and break that action of the way that I am thinking, that I cannot go right when everyone's going right. I have to go left. It's a sickness. I need medication. I need help, because now that everyone believes in the New York Giants, this year's New York Giants, look at the NFL. They put them on primetime week 1, week 2. This is America's new team. Jackson Dart, Cam Scadaboo, the fucking electric New York Giants, New York, fucking New York, just won the NBA Finals. Everything, our fucking pets' heads are falling off. And you know what I say to that? I say they're winning fucking 6 games.
We say they're 2-2.
And we start 2-2.
Right. Feels fair.
And that feels fair, because I don't want to sit back on my couch and have my heart on, and watch Jackson Dart come out and see ghosts. Or look like half of the man maybe he once was. Or watch this Giants defense and it be dick. Or the offensive line be trash. I don't fucking know, dude.
So, I mean, like 4-0 seems possible, would be pretty crazy, but I feel like with a week 2 at Rams, 0-4 and 4-0 seem just as possible.
If the Giants are 4-0, I mean, it would be fucking insane, but it's not crazy. We are trying to also warn you that that is a possibility. I would not be shocked.
No, this is a team with a lot of, they're going to be polarizing. It's going to be a lot of volatility. It's going to be a lot of highs and lows. Anything could happen.
I almost want to take the team win total over just in case I'm not
Doesn't happen again.
I'm not the dick bag who let this happen to me.
Okay. Let's keep it rolling. We'll see how we net out. We learned a lot during the Cowboys about the Cowboys and ourselves.
Okay.
Week 5 at Commanders.
Loss.
Week 6, home against the Saints. Shuck versus Dart.
It's an unbelievable matchup. I mean, the Saints there could be a winner, but we'll give it to the Giants.
Now I immediately, when I think about that matchup, I think about Cards. Because you got me hooked.
Yeah, Cards. I mean, talk about Shuck and Dart, rookie Cards.
Who's valued higher, Dart?
Right now, Dart. Yeah, I mean, people want Dart naked in their bedroom.
But that's probably just because of the city they play in, I feel like.
It's the market.
If Shuck was a Giant, and Dart was in New Orleans, would be pretty sexy, though.
I know. I mean, Dart's also, he's
blonde
a good-looking guy.
Yeah.
If you're to watch him.
And the name.
Jackson Dart.
Names. Shuck, people don't know how to say it.
Yeah, people say Tyler Show.
Chow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, if you were to watch a movie, of a quarterback, and instead of McConaughey, they need to call a guy, it'd probably look like Jackson Dart.
Yeah. Plus his name has an X in it, which is cool.
Yeah, it's not like Jason.
It's not Jason.
Jackson. It's not
CK. There you go.
Yeah.
You know, with Jason. All right, week 7 at Texans, loss.
At Texans, I mean, I feel like
he's going to be seeing ghosts.
In Houston, I worry about they should just sit him.
The Texans should never lose at home with that defense.
Correct. Jackson Dart should be sat week 7 for his health and safety.
All right, week 9, tough.
So then we go into the bye.
Tough sandwich of the bye with at Texans, at Eagles.
Season split.
Split, lose to the Eagles week 9. So
what's our record, Loop? 3-5?
We're 3-5, which is pretty fair.
That's fair.
And we beat the Commanders.
Then we have Thursday night prime time. We're gonna be cuddled up.
It's gonna be like 5-4.
It's mid-November. We got Thanksgiving around the corner. I got the blanket. You're lighting a couple candles.
The Giants are 8-0.
We're having some Chinese food.
Jackson Dart is the MVP favorite.
Yeah.
Harbaugh's got Coach of the Year locked up.
Yeah. And I'm looking at you.
Scadaboo has 14 rushing touchdowns.
I'm looking at you asking why we had this conversation and none of those futures are in my sports book.
Yeah. And I say, I never said any of that stuff. I deny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When Scadaboo has 10 rushing touchdowns, Dart is literally the Madden cover next year.
Then we play that clip back, and then you look like the idiot.
No. I'll look smart.
Trust me now.
Look, Jackson Dart is going to be the face of the league. The Giants are going to win 10 games. They're going to go to the playoffs, and Harbaugh is going to win Coach of the Year. Now I can't get fucked.
True. All right, week 11. Home against the Jags. I'm going to have the Jags 17-0.
Yeah. I can't wait to do that. Mm-hmm. We should be calling banks around town trying to open up accounts to fucking buy, get loans.
Give me the Jags. Give me Trevor Lawrence, MVP. Give me Liam Cohen, Coach of the Year.
Save that for the AFC South, Loops.
I know. I just got a little excited. All right, week 12 at the Colts. We're going to have the Colts 0-17.
I mean, we might as well go to London.
Yeah.
And you can pull for the Jags, and I'll be the Eagles.
Okay, that'd be fun.
Eagles, Jags.
You ever been to London? No, you've never been to Europe.
Thanks, Edge.
Thanks, Monty.
All right. In Indianapolis, I mean, how many times am I going to have to fucking talk about a game in Indianapolis? Do they have 17
games they get?
17 home games? Every game I've seen is in Indianapolis.
This gets tough now. All right, we give them a win against the Colts, and they.
I guess no. Like I don't like Colt land. Like it's not.
That's why I said win.
I'm saying like I feel like the Colts are gonna have some sleazy, sketchy wins at home.
You've changed your tune on the Colts in the last 10 minutes.
But you have to hear me out. This is Daniel Jones going against his former New York Giants. That's different. You didn't think about that narrative.
I like the Colts, and you've confused me.
Well, like the Colts. I got upset at the Colts.
Steichen is a great coach.
I love Shane Steichen. The Colts, I feel like, had their shining moment, though, and it's hard to repeat that when your team at the core is dog shit.
Their wide receiver core is not great.
They just paid Alec Pierce $130 million. You're telling me they're going to have a fucking great year?
Jonathan Taylor, they never do back-to-back like that.
Of course not.
Saquon last year.
You will see his knee on the 20-yard line.
Easy. You'll seen it turn in ways you've never seen before.
What?
It'll make with Willis McGahee you look like a picture boat.
Yeah, I'm not on ABC. This is fucking hold the phone.
We should be. All right, let's go win against the Colts? Or do you want to switch that to a loss?
Let's for right now, producer Hurls, let's switch that to a loss for week 12, if that's allowed. Because that's New York Giants.
That's the best.
Daniel Jones. Poof. Look at that. We turn W's to L's around here. Pretty easy, too. Opposite way around, I'm not sure. Week 13.
What the fuck is he talking about?
The 49ers at home. I mean, I can't wait to talk about the Niners. I need to have Loops. We need to start a new spreadsheet of all of our futures. I need.
You do not know how to work a computer.
No. But I know how to read a schedule, and I need over-unders because I'm just starting to think now that we've gotten through two divisions. You like the Jags. I feel like the Niners are a team that we like.
I saw Ricky Pearsall is not going to play all year.
What?
Yeah.
You get shot again?
Yeah.
Actually?
No. The first part's true, the second part's not.
So no Ayuk. What is it, Juwan Jennings? All right, we need to stay on track here. The New York Giants are a massive team. That. Giants are a massive team, Loops. This is the most polarizing team schedule of the entire summer.
Week 13 at home.
We're talking about Ricky Pearsall.
The Niners at home.
Oh yeah, let's beat the fucking Niners. Let's split Colts Niners. That makes sense.
Just to prove that either way they're not getting to 8 wins.
That's for Zeke.
All right, so that one's for Zeke. 2-5 and
Junkie.
6. And now they play Seattle and Seattle. No. 5-7. Loss.
Dead.
Home against the Browns.
We'll give them a win.
Win.
See, this is the problem, the end of the schedule. This is why they're not going to get to 7.5 wins.
So now we're 5-7. Now we're 6-7. Now we're 6-8. But now we beat the Cowboys at home. Split.
Yeah.
So loss at Lions.
Loss at Lions.
Cowboys. Split. And then split. Did we give them? And they beat the Eagles. We got them at 8 wins. Over. Maybe they go over.
Dude, maybe they go over. I can't sit here and die on a hill of
Give us the over.
Give us the New York Giants over. Do you know how freeing that makes me feel? I feel free.
Yep.
I feel a breath of fresh air coming over my body.
Because now you don't have to be the guy that just faded the Giants just to do it.
Just to do it.
When they're 9-0. When they're after Thanksgiving and you're having your stuffing.
Yeah. I'm going to be like, dude, I was all over the Giants, Uncle John.
Aunt Rick has his hands.
Yeah, you don't have to put your hands down my pants to feel my ass anymore. All right? Yep. Uncle Josh, I told you that the Giants would get over their 7.5 team win total.
All right, so we take the Giants over barely.
Come on, Giants!
Because there's others. Look, they could win week 1. They could win week 2. They could beat the Colts.
Yeah.
Not the Jags. Anybody but the Jags. All right, one more team left, Commanders. Let's run through it. Sick of your shit.
Yeah. Commanders, they stink. They're really bad.
Okay, at Eagles, loss. At Cowboys,
loss. Versus the Seahawks, loss. Oh, wow. Colts play a road game. That's a win.
All right, we'll give them a win against the Colts. That's 3-1.
Yep.
Making arrows go quick.
Commanders win. What's their team win total?
7.5, just like the Giants.
All right, well, you know what? I want to give a little respect to the Commanders and the Washington and the faithful of the Commanders on the other side of this
The nation's capital.
So let's take a step back. Oh, God. All right, I know you're getting a little impatient with everything. This is the Washington Commanders team schedule, team win total. Are they going over or under 7.5 wins here, Loop? This is serious shit.
We're about to find out.
Week 1 versus the Eagles, loss. Week 2 in Dallas, Jerry's World. He gets off. That's a loss.
I feel like I have deja vu.
Seattle Seahawks.
Let me guess.
That's a loss. And now it feels right. 1-3.
Now you say the thing about the Colts. Finally, the Colts got a home game. That's a win for the Commanders. Week 5 against the Giants at home. That's a win.
2-3 Commanders.
At Niners, loss.
At Niners. Literally brought to the barn out back, shot like
all right, 2-4 feels right.
2-4.
That's a tough 6 games. Eagles, Cowboys, Seahawks, Colts, Giants, Niners, tough.
Dude, look at these games coming up.
Eagles, we gave them a win. Split.
Yep,
even though that feels generous.
Prime time.
Then they lose to the Rams.
So now
we're 3-5.
Then they're in New York.
And to get to 8, you got to go now above 500 the rest of the way.
Yep. Now they're in New York.
Loss.
They're prime time versus the Bengals.
Ooh, that's sexy.
And that was Jalen Daniels coming out party Monday Night Football in Cincinnati.
Yep.
Now it's at home. What do you think, Loops?
Joe Burrow coming out party. Give me the Bengals.
Yeah.
Give me the Bengals.
And then after that game, Dan Quinn gets fired.
And then they go to Cardinal at Arizona, galvanizing interim coach.
Win.
They win 2 in a row.
I've never seen a narrative so clear in my life that after week 11, after the Commanders lose week 11 Monday Night Football against the Bengals, Dan Quinn gets fired. And then the team rallies behind an interim head coach, Zach Lupica, and they win in Arizona and win in Tennessee.
That's awesome. That'd be awesome. What would I wear on the sideline?
A thong.
That'd be awesome, too. I'd stuff it.
Yeah. Like dodgeball, right? Or
yeah.
Will Ferrell?
No, he's not in dodgeball.
Who is that in that?
Vince Vaughn?
Stiller?
Oh, God.
Oh,
yeah, Ben Stiller.
Yeah. All right.
Week 14 against the Texans.
It's a loss.
Yeah. I'm fired. 15 against the Falcons, though.
Yeah, I'll give them a win.
That's a win. All right, so now we're 3. We have 6 wins. We have to win 2 of 3 to go over. God, this is under City.
In Minnesota, in Jacksonville, your Super Bowl team.
Lost. The Jags are actually 8-0 at this point through our schedules. I feel like every team plays the Jags.
Yeah. That's what happens when a division plays the AFC
even in the
South.
No, but even in the AFC East, I feel like they all played the Jags.
And
Jags
then
might play 25 games.
And then we'll give them a win week 18 at home versus the Cowboys.
So 7, and that feels generous. So give us the under.
A generous 7 wins. And that's when interim head coach Loops wins 2 on the road versus the Cardinals and Titans.
Yeah. Coach Loops.
Yeah. And that's a win versus.
God, we're going to be talking about playoffs after that. We're going to be 5-7, and then they're going to say, hey, maybe they run the table.
Yeah. And then they're going to lose to the Texans.
Yeah.
And then get a win versus the Falcons, so they're still in the fight. And then go in Minnesota, in Jacksonville. Look, the Commanders are going under 7.5 wins this season.
Yep.
While the New York Giants are going to go above 7.5 wins this season.
Yep.
The Philadelphia Eagles, we'll talk about that another day. And the Dallas Cowboys are going to go under.
Yes.
But 9.5?
I'd say the 2 we feel best about are Commanders, Cowboys, under.
Yeah. And that was 9.5.
Yeah.
Yep. Under 9.5.
7.
Yep.
All right.
Yep. Let's do it.
All right. Let's talk about some player props. Again, this is one of the sexiest divisions in football. I think a lot of the talk is going to be about these quarterbacks. You know, NFC East QBs.
Yep.
We got Dart. We got Jalen Hurts.
Yep.
We got Jaden Daniels. We
Look
got
at that.
Dak Prescott.
Look at that.
I mean,
If that doesn't get you horny, I don't know what will.
Football is back.
Football is so back. Look at that
Football is
fucking
back.
graphic. I could stare at that graphic.
Anything about you? We're going to get to the rushing too, but does anything about the passing in this division stand out?
I think Jalen Hurts sitting at 22.5 is pretty interesting, considering they are losing a guy in the red zone such as A.J. Brown.
Yep.
I also think that the fact that Dallas Goedert caught 11 touchdowns last year, so if you take away A.J. Brown and you don't think Dallas Goedert's going to go back-to-back years in double-digit touchdowns, how is it possible that, that seems a little high?
Yep.
I also think that Jackson Dart is very high.
That seems high.
Like, you're telling me you're going to stare at me in the eyes
and say
Dak Prescott and Jackson Dart have the same over-under passing touchdowns.
Okay.
I'd tell you to go fuck yourself.
Yeah, kind of like Dart under.
Yes.
Because also, and it's sad to say, but like any unders, like in injuries, they're a part of it.
This is a contact sport.
Like if Jackson Dart misses 2 games, that under is coming home. And even if he plays every game, it's possible that
and
under comes home.
You know that we're always going to get a small snippet of Jameis Winston football.
Yeah.
So if that's the case, there's just, if Jackson Dart comes out in his second year and throws for 30 touchdowns,
the Giants are going to win the Super Bowl.
Guess what? My 7.5 is going over. So give me under 27.5 passing touchdowns on the year. They're also kind of hinting that he's not going to run as many in this year. Yep. I don't think that is true. Yep. I think he's going to continue to use his feet in the red zone just based off of their offensive line. I also think Scadaboo is going to run a lot in, and that's going to take away from this possibility, this opportunity.
Watching Dart run is real fun.
Yeah. Yeah. And look, no more Wellendale Robinson. And I know a lot of people are going to say, who gives a fuck? But when you look at that man's statistics of leaders of receptions in the clubhouse of the entire National Football League over the last few seasons, Wandale Robinson's at the top of that list. And Malik Neighbors, who knows how that guy's knee's doing?
It's not good.
It's not good.
No. One other guy on that list I like Dak's over 27.5.
I agree.
In all the years that he plays in every game, he goes over this. And I know I just said that about the injuries, but Dak is not someone that I'm nearly as concerned about getting hurt.
Because he's not running like a fucking wild animal like Jackson Dart.
In 2025, he played every game. He had 30 touchdowns. In 2023, he played 17 games. He threw for 36. In 2021, he played in 16 games and threw for 37. In 2019, he played in 16 and threw for 30. The only years he is not hitting these, and he's not hitting them easy, is the years he got hurt.
And look, this isn't a cute fucking schedule. You know what I mean? They're playing in Lambeau. They're playing the Ravens at home. They're playing the Seahawks. They're playing out in LA versus the Rams. Like, these are a lot of sexy primetime games. I just told you 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 primetime games, one of which is on opening night, one of which is on Thanksgiving. I mean, holy sweet balls. Merry Christmas, Jerry Jones. And you got to throw 28 touchdowns.
Yeah, and it's a lot of games that his team's going to be giving up a lot of points. Like, they're not going to be ahead and grinding out the clock. They're going to be throwing touchdowns, and Pickens and CeeDee Lamb, give me Dak and the over.
Yeah. And now we look at the guys moving on their feet. Yeah. Because unlike any division in football, I truly believe that, the rushing props for this division, for the quarterbacks specifically, talking on Dart, Daniels, and Hurts, everyone runs in this division.
I want to go over on the quarterbacks.
On the quarterbacks?
And I know I'm hitting 2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you like under on the team win totals, and you like over.
Yeah, it's just not that many. Like 8.5. I honestly like Hurts. I think that Nick Sirianni is a fucking hard ass, and I feel like he doesn't like the fact that people figured out how to stop the tush push last year, and I feel like he's probably been working to figure that shit out, and he's going to come and he's going to try to do it even more this year.
Yeah, I like that take, Loops.
You like that take?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
I don't really have a stance on... Look, I do have a stance on Jackson Dart. Mm-hmm. Because I look at you and, we've been some betting men for a long time now. Mm-hmm. And in 2025 season, Jackson Dart ran for 9 touchdowns in the games that he was able to play in. And now...
Scary line.
And now you're looking at 4.5.
Seems insane.
In a big second-year season, you're telling me he's not going to run for half as many touchdowns? What the fuck's he going to do, throw him?
Yep. No, it's crazy. You're almost like betting on an injury, right? Like, if this guy plays every game and he's not going to rush for 5 touchdowns?
It doesn't make any sense. Vegas, you know what? This is Vegas's fault. Vegas knows that the guy's going to get injured, which is fucked up. So that's not on me.
No, it's Vegas's fault.
That's not blood on my hands. That's blood on Vegas's hands. If you're setting a prop that low for a quarterback to run for 5 touchdowns, such as a polarizing figure like Jackson Dart, you must know something behind the scenes. That's not cool.
I feel like you got to take the over. I know I said it with Ramondre Stevenson, and now I'm going to sound like going back on my word, but give me the over.
Travion,
what'd I say?
Ramondre.
Sorry.
That's okay. It's okay. Yeah, look, I love Jackson Dart over 4.5 rushing touchdowns.
Over 5.5 too. Like, I'm not worried. Like, you might be 4.5 might be juice. 5.5.
Like, I just don't.
Maybe gets you plus money.
Like, how many last year, like for a guy like Drake May, just similar, we've been talking Patriots, Giants, how many did Drake May last year have rushing? All right, he had 4, right?
Who?
Drake May last year had 4 rushing touchdowns in the regular season. Obviously, a guy like Jackson Dart is looking for his feet. Wait, you don't think of Drake May running in the red zone. You think of Jackson Dart, however. So, like, I'm just thinking year 2 guys making that leap.
Dude, also, like, this guy got concussed, and then everybody came back and was like, he's not going to run, and then he didn't stop. Like, look at the amount of, like, he's running the ball. These are his rushing, these carries, 10, 7, 13, 5, 6, 8, 6, 9, 2, 9, 5. Like, he's getting a lot of carries, and this guy looks for the end zone when he has the ball there.
Yeah, I'm also now looking just like a guy like Jalen Hurts. Obviously, there was the tush-push years, and it's hard to compare him to Jackson Dart, but... Like, look at Hurts, man. 2021, 10 rushing touchdowns. 2022, 13. 2023, 15. 2024, 14. Like, you don't think there was maybe a year in there where they kind of tried to bait and switch a little bit? Oh, he had 10 rushing touchdowns last year. Now let's set this line at 5.5, 6.5. Next year, 13. Next year, 15. Next year, 14. What?
Hurts is 7.5.
7.5?
Yeah.
Last year, he had 8.
Yeah. I'm taking that too.
He's hit that 5 straight years above 7.5. You now think this year with losing a guy like AJ Brown in the red zone that they're not going to look to use him more on the feet?
And I'm telling you, I think it's because people think the tush push isn't going to happen anymore, and I think it's gonna.
Yeah. So kick rocks, Vegas. We've outsmarted your ass.
Yeah.
You know?
We win again.
Yep, we win once again. You're not fucking fooling us. I can't wait for the Commanders to be one of the best teams in football and Jackson Dart never to run a touchdown in.
All right, one more thing before we wrap up that I want to tee you up on here. The Eagles, we talked a lot about them. You love them. New looks at receiver. You know, new guys throwing the ball. You have a guy that you like here that you want to talk about, that you have high hopes for, that you want to get in bed with.
Look, I always find that there's opportunity with a guy who loves college football like myself. When these rookies come in, and I'm no Albert Einstein, but I feel like it's not only based on the guy's talent, but off the guy's opportunity in his new system. And I feel like in the right place with the right player at the right time is where you find success. And with the rookies coming in, I feel like a lot of times I see lines on the sports book when a rookie comes in that just don't feel right. I looked at you last year and said we should put all of our money that we have on Tyler Warren's 525 receiving yards prop, and he hit that by fucking week 10. He ended the year 817 receiving yards. So now, and that was on a Colts team where Phillip Rivers played the final 4 games, Daniel Jones, and this guy still managed to get production like that. Now, I look at a guy like Mekhi Lemon, whose over-under is sitting at 650.5. If Mekhi Lemon doesn't catch 700 receiving yards this year, there will be a drastic fucking disaster of a problem in Philadelphia on the offensive side of the football.
I thought you were going to say you get nude.
Like, something catastrophic will have to take place enable for Mekhi Lemon not to catch 700 receiving yards.
Yep.
Fuck, 651.
Yep.
Because that's all we need. 49 yards could be a game.
Yeah.
All we need is 651 receiving yards. Something extreme. And then I look at a guy last year like Teteroa McMillan.
Yep.
Where all the pressure was on that guy to be the wide receiver one down in Carolina with a guy like Bryce Young, a little bit less of a, I would say that you could make an argument that Jalen Hurts could probably be a better candidate to get a guy more yards than Bryce Young in years past. Just based off of what we've seen. A.J. Brown and Devontae Smith were both 1,000-yard receivers last year.
Yep. And it didn't even seem like they had big years.
Yeah. So what I'm telling you today is it has to be one of my favorite props, futures of the 2026 season is for Mekhi Lemon, a young first-round star. Look, the Eagles have struck out before in drafting a wide receiver like Jalen Reagor and not drafting Justin Jefferson. But look, they then bounce back and get a Devontae Smith Heisman Trophy winner who's been nothing, now a Super Bowl champion, nothing but a great success, who is now the wide receiver one in Philadelphia. Look, I also believe that just because right now Devontae Smith, look, his whole career, he's been a secondary deep ball threat second option behind A.J. Brown. Just because now on paper it says that he is wide receiver one does not mean that Mekhi Lemon can't come out and also in his first season have that 1,000-yard Teteroa McMillan type season. I feel like he could be right there alongside Devontae Smith from a production standpoint. And if, like I said again, there's so many factors of why I like this prop, but if he can't catch 650 yards as the wide receiver 2 candidate in a first-round draft pick, now with the opportunity at hand with such a good O-line, such a run game, such a great established team, something horribly, horribly wrong will have to take place.
Yeah. All-American at USC, 11 touchdowns, 1,100 yards, junior year. All right, I feel like we really smoked that to the Peloton.
Yeah. And it's a new offensive coordinator. And look, I also want to mention that I don't know how Devontae Smith doesn't catch 6 touchdowns.
Yeah.
He was such a first touchdown kind of guy last year. Now, Dallas Goedert isn't going to get fucking, I need thousands of dollars to place futures this year because it will be like the S&P, because I truly believe all these early investments for future withdrawals will take place.
Yep. I
love these futures. I'm not picking the player, I'm picking the opportunity and what is taking place. And here are our NFC East picks and loops.
Yeah.
I threw 2 at the bottom there. Don't be alarmed. New York Giants, we are actually switching to over 7.5.
We needed to come together, which is why this happens.
So that's a learning lesson here.
A lot of Eagles on this board. A lot more than I saw in the beginning.
Mekhi Lemon.
MVP.
Over 650.5 receiving yards.
Please.
Dak Prescott. Over 27.5 passing touchdowns.
Let me take a picture of this.
Mekhi Lemon, Rookie of the Year, plus 1,200. I love that, coming off the Teteroa and McMillan year. Washington Commanders under 7.5 wins. Jalen Hurts over 7.5 rushing touchdowns.
I gotta save this.
Jackson Dart over 5.5 rushing touchdowns. Vegas, you're not fooling anyone. And a nice little sprinkle of a long shot of Jalen Hurts MVP.
Yeah, look,
But I do like the Jordan Love MVP, and I do like the Trevor Lawrence MVP.
We also Cowboys under.
We like the Cowboys under.
Yeah, we ended up adding, which is why we come together. This is our second division out of 8. Next week we're gonna do
more divisions.
South.
AFC South. NFC South. That's going to be fucking doozy. Look, yeah, Loops, I love what we are creating here. I love what we are cooking here. I truly believe that we are on to something great. This, I know for a fact, will be our greatest football season yet.
Better be.
I believe we are now entering year 3 of NFL here on this show.
Kind of just year 2, though. First year was just
yeah. Okay. That's true.
Which are coming back.
This is
Sunday morning live.
This is year 2 of the NFL here on Hold the Phone YouTube, and I'm telling you right now, it's going to be our biggest year yet. It's going to be our best year yet. I can't lose this information. I can't lose this knowledge out of my head.
It's here forever.
I need a Google sheet from you for NFL futures.
If only that was possible.
And I need a lot of money.
Okay, I'm on it.
All right. Well, with that being said, that's our NFC East future preview breakdown. Stay tuned for the following 6 divisional futures. If you thought this was a lot, wait till you see what's to come. Comeback Player of the Year awards, Coach of the Years,
Jags.
MVPs. I kind of already just told what you like,
out.
Jordan Love and Trevor Lawrence, but that's okay because that's going to be a beautiful thing. We will give our favorite team totals when this is all said and done. We will give our favorite player prop futures when it's all said and done. There are also miscellaneous future prop bets for the NFL season as a whole that we want to do. Last year, we said, we're going to take over 64.5 longest field goal.
Yep.
And that happened. We said there wouldn't be a tie last year. We tried to switch around. There ended up being one tie. We got fucked. What else is new? Look, we might have to come together and say that we're taking Garrett Wilson over 4.5 receiving touchdowns for the rest of our life.
Yep.
Until the day
Garbage time Garrett.
Until the day we meet Garrett Wilson and tell him how much money he owes us.
We love you, Garrett.
So with that being said, we appreciate each and every single one of you. And as always, we'll see you on the other side.